What's up, y'all? So today we will be going over the global stones. Global Dokkan celebration stones. I think there are a few in here. No, these are just tickets. Yep, these are just tickets. These stones are within the event tab over here. So let's go ahead and let's collect all of our missions. And let's just go ahead and collect all. Most of these missions are straightforward. So I don't feel the need to go over them. As you see, we finished this one, and ooh, look at all those Dokkan events. Oh, look at all those equips. Oh, Jesus Christ. God bless. So now we're gonna head over here to the Global Dokkan, Global Dragonstone 2025. Now in this tab, we have every single Dokkan Fest that ever came out up until the 5th year anniversaries, right? So now this is where we gotta like pick and choose which one we want. Now, for me personally, I would go with units that will be super Extreme Z Awakening soon, or units that have gotten their super easy already. One of those two, because getting a unit like, let's say, getting a unit like this cooler right here, it'll probably be a while before we could see this cooler super easy. I think so, so I don't think it's useful to get him or the Super Saiyan 3. We do need to collect some units that can help us power through some of this content. So let's go ahead, let's check if we have this guy. We do indeed. Do we have a Vegito Blue? We also do indeed. So I won't be grabbing them since we already have them. We got the Majin Buu. We got this Goku. We don't have the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks though. That Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks has aged out a little bit, so I feel okay with not grabbing him so far. We do have the Rose. See, we have some very interesting picks here we could choose from, for sure. These guys could Super EZA soon, but I doubt it. Yeah, we don't have a single one of those. This is a really hard pick. Do I have any of the Vegetos? No. Since this guy is getting his buffs right now, we will exchange this Vegito. Since he does have the limited time buffs, I do feel okay with grabbing him. I'm looking for units that can synergize well, that aren't gonna just get blasted into tomorrow with these new units. Let's see here. Very interesting. Do we have this Goku Black? Nope. So I will be getting this Goku Black. I know he isn't the greatest right now, but well, we do have all the clones, I guess, that could like, plus the new Super EZA. So I guess we could actually, no, fuck it, let's grab him. And let's see here. What could be a good unit to grab? Let's see. Should I grab this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Or these Super Saiyan 4s right here? Let me go with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And there we go. There's the Dokkan Stones. Very good. I'm not sure if these are the best picks, but I feel like we will have good chances with these picks. I do enjoy them. These two will help us out with our future Saga team, and I chose Super Saiyan 4 Goku because I feel like this coming 11th anniversary is when he will Extreme Z Awaken, Super Extreme Z Awaken. So I'm gonna grab him pretty early right now, and we can see if that's a bad decision or not. Now these next two stones, these are the pay to win stones. We will not be grabbing them, but I will be going over them. If you want to see which one, if you spend some money to grab these. So as far as the UR Premium Dragonstone 5, so these are all TURs, starting from, okay, the Gotenks, and then going all the way up to the Rose. Now, who would I recommend on this Dragonstone? I would recommend the Rose. The Rose is kind of back right now with the Rose plus Zamasu. So if you have the Rose plus Zamasu, but you don't have this physical Rose, I would definitely go ahead and pick him up. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you don't need him. Hirudegarn is kind of aged out. Android 21 is kind of aged out. Same thing with 17 and 18. So these four right here are kind of aged out already. If you don't have them, but you have everybody else, you know, just go ahead and pick them up. I would recommend getting one of every character if you can, but if not, if you don't have any of these characters, then yeah, do not pick them up at all. Next is Super Saiyan Goku / Super Saiyan Gohan. They recently Extreme Z Awakened, so yes, these guys are pretty decent. Not the best, but they're a good 6 option. Same with this Cell. This Cell is actually pretty decent. If you could get him all the way up into its rage form while stacking him, he could really help you a lot. But it really, like, you really have to like play him a certain way in order to get his transformations out. This Super Saiyan 2 Goku, he's alright. I think he is restricted. Let's check his Extreme Z Awakening. No, he isn't. How about his transformation? Okay, no, he isn't restricted, but actually getting to his transformation can be difficult. 77% HP or less is very difficult on a good team, so we will hardly see his transformations. But if you get it off, his Super Saiyan 3 transformation is actually pretty solid. This Kid Buu, if you have a Buu team centered around him, if you have the Tech Majin Buu or the physical Buu tanks, definitely pick up this Kid Buu if you're missing a hole. Or if you have a hole in your Majin Buu team, definitely pick up this Kid Buu. This Kid Buu, I think, is still pretty solid. He has the nullification, which is huge. Huge nullification. Let's check here. Yeah, 100% and then turns to 70%. Pretty big. He also has a bunch of damage reduction. So this Kid Buu is actually really, really, really good. Also, his active skill gives him 20% multiplicative stats. So that's very nice. Kale and Khalifa, very, very, very good. If you have the brand new hit, putting this unit on the team, Khalifa and Kale, will be very beneficial. I highly recommend you pick up Kale and Khalifa if you don't have them. Same thing with these two GT units. Actually, with these 3 GT units, I would say. This GT Goku is probably the worst out of the 3. But he will help you with nuking events. So if you need a nuking event, this Goku is the way to go. Only problem is he only does have 20% damage reduction with full GT heroes and grade 8 power. So he will have some difficulty tanking some of the harder events, but he is the best for nuking events. Now this Vegeta is better in the fact that he has guard and damage reduction per key sphere, so he's a lot more tanky than the Goku. Well, a lot more tanky and consistent than the Goku because his restriction is only for offense, so his defensive stats will always be the same. So he would definitely be more consistent. Highly recommend picking those two up. This Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is due in for an Extreme Z Awaken, so I would definitely like pick this unit up. There is a chance that they could Extreme Z Awaken in part 2, but we'll just have to see. If you want to pick up this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I would highly recommend you wait until it's confirmed he's confirmed he's Extreme Z Awakening. But besides that, I think those are your best options. The last 3 options are Kefla, Gotenks, and Evil / Pure Boo. This Kefla is alright on the hit team. If you could hide this Kefla and get him all the way up to Super Saiyan 2, she could really do you well. Though she does only have 50% chance of dodging and no defensive stats. So let's see the EZA. Let's go Super Saiyan 2. Let's see. Still 50% chance. Okay, 70% chance of dodging. But 70% chance she could still get hit. And if she gets hit, then she'll probably just blow up. Same thing with this Gotenk, same concept. You want to get him to Super Saiyan 3. And if you get hit along the way, you're probably going to get blown up. But once you get to Super Saiyan 3, you should be fine for the most part. Yeah, with 90% chance to dodge. So, you know, these units are kind of really aged out. And then the Super Boo, Pure Boo. For the most part, they've served me well. But I'm not sure if this Boo can survive being hit by these 10th anniversary bosses. They do have damage reduction and dodge, yes. And also same thing here, they have damage reduction. So if you could get them on the Tech Boo team with all the support in the domain, they could do well, but for the most part, no. I would highly recommend the GT unit, the Khalifa and Kale, the Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Kid Buu, the First Form Cell, and Goku Gohan Youth. And Rose. So Rose, so here are my picks. Rose, skip 3, skip another, and then starting from the Super Saiyan Goku Gohan, scroll all the way down to the Gogeta. Everybody in between there is a pretty good pick, and then the last 3 are pretty bad. Now let's move on to the LR Premium Stone. The LR Premium Stone, obviously, if you want Beast, get Beast. Beast is probably like the best unit on here. Get Beast. Broly's kind of aged out. He's gonna be featured on a bunch of banners as well. Anniversary units come back pretty often, so you don't have to worry about that. Ribrianne. Ribrianne can't really handle anything right now. We Sand have no limits. They're not due for an EZA, so I would not recommend them. Same thing with the Zamasus. Well, the Tech Zamasu. The Int Zamasu and the Int Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and Trunks. They are due for an EZA coming up soon, so the Int Zamasu and the Int Vegeta and Trunks would highly recommend you pick them up in case they EZA. Kaioken Goku is not that great. I would not recommend Kaioken Goku. Grade 8 Vegeta is actually a huge pick. Actually, I think Grade 8 Vegeta might be the #1 pick. Actually, there's some good units on here. I'm underestimating them. So, Giant Vegeta, the Tech Gods, and the Physical Super Saiyan 4s. Highly recommend you pick up any of these 3 right here. I would highly recommend Vegeta first, Super Saiyan 4 second, and then Tech Gods third. Vegeta first because he has no restrictions while also just being what he is 24/7. He has no turn restrictions, no nothing, so he is what he is throughout the entire fight. So he's very consistent. These Super Saiyan 4s and Gods, they do lose there's 77% damage reduction after one turn. So you're gonna need some support with them if you want them to be good, but that Vegeta is just what he is, like, offer it. Namek Goku, he's alright if you need a 6th stacker. He's good in festival battles if you need it, but other than that, I don't think he'll survive in any other content. Full power Frieza is actually very solid. His EZA is very good. He could slot one tank very well. So if you have everybody else except this Frieza, I would highly recommend you pick up this Frieza. Tech Gogeta isn't the greatest anymore. He can still tank normals, but when it comes to supers, if he doesn't counter it, I think he's just gonna get blown up. The 10th anniversary units really did age this guy out, but he is still very solid. So I would highly recommend you pick him up still. But like as like a secondary pick, this UI Goku, I would highly recommend you pick him up as well. 100% dodge turn 1 is just too good. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Though turn 2, turn 3, and dodge canceling will be his huge weaknesses, you can still make him work for most content. And this Vegeta has aged pretty badly in this current environment as well. He will die if he gets super slot 1, but if he gets hit and you could get his revive off, he is still pretty solid. So as your primary picks, I'll go with Beast and Vegeta. Secondary picks, I would go with the Tech Gods and the Super Saiyan Force and the Full Power Frieza. And then as tertiary picks, I would pick the I would pick up the Gogeta, the MUI Vegeta, Namek Goku. And if you have everybody, then I would highly recommend you just pick out the Int Vegeta and Trunks or Fusions and Masu. Because they're going to be EZAing, and if you have dupes to get them rainbowed, then get that done. Anyways, that's all for the stones. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. Any characters here? No, just these are just the coins. No characters. Nope. As you can see, we won. Chance ball number 3. I'm gonna keep 1 just for the collection. You love to see it. And I think that's it. I think that we went through all the stones. We went through what you want to pick. And actually, let's go through one more time and just pick out anything. So honestly, with the global Dokkan stone, just pick out what you need, honestly. Super EZAs. But with the paid stones, like with free-to-play stones, this is whatever. It's free-to-play. They give it. This is like the red stones all over again. They give this out all the time. With the paid stones, you do have to be more careful because you are paying for them. It's like, what, 80 bucks? So, yeah. Rosé, and then anything in between here. Rosé and the GTs is what I would recommend here. And then Beast and Vegeta is what I would recommend for the LRs. If you like this video, please remember to leave a like down below. And leave a comment on what you picked for these stones. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And please subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.